Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, White Angel Messages. I'm Angel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at twin flames, also known as mirror souls, and where they are in their journey. I'm sure that if you've tuned in, it's because you're a twin flame and you would like to know what's going on with your twin. Fine, this is the perfect place to be. For this reading, I'll be using twin decks so we can see at what point each twin is on their healing journey. Overseeing this act of divination is Freya, the goddess of love, the moon, and Odin's twin flame. Now, before we start, we always talk a little bit about the actual journey and something particular about it. We're always talking about healing in order to reach the twin flame union. But when does this healing end? That's the question that all twins ask themselves. They keep working, they keep going, and they're wondering, when does it end? Some experts say that the healing continues even after union has happened. It's a continuous process that must be dealt with in the event that something resurfaces. But the more we do before union, the better, of course. Now, to understand if union is near, a specific phase has been identified, and some say that it is a guarantee that when this phase is reached, union is imminent. It's called the surrender phase. There's a swift inward of focus and all your interests go into yourself and your twin is put aside. You just basically say, no, thank you. And you put them aside. Now, you just raise your hands and surrender and place everything in the hands of fate. It's not about giving up on them. Okay, you just let go of all expectations and put all the love onto yourself and into yourself. Your happiness comes first, your growth comes first, you come first. This is the twin flame journey. This will allow you to reach your fullest and greatest potential and be your true divine self. And if the final outcome is different than what you expected, it's okay. You're really okay with it. The runner-chaser dynamic ends, finally. You trust that the universe will guide you on your path and you allow them to show you the way. You feel perfectly at peace within yourself, and the journey no longer feels like a struggle. You become the source of your own happiness. You no longer have expectations, and you just do everything that you like to do. Now, you may reach the point when you surrender that you're done with them. That's it. It's time to move on. And you may even question if you were really twin flames to begin with, or maybe you just misinterpreted the signs. It was something very romantic or something, and no, you're not really twin flames. But don't fear. This part is simply very quick, and it goes really quick. And then you realize that, yes, you are twin flames. Okay? It just happens. It's the surrender phase. And all the stress at a 3D level disappears, and you feel lighter. Really a lot lighter. You just feel that you've just gotten rid of so much weight inside of you. The 5D version of yourself knows that what you did is the right thing and that you've actually increased your frequency. In fact, you will feel charged with energy. You'll feel good. You'll feel happy when you surrender. The twin flame surrender is not selfishness at all, nor are you abandoning them. In fact, it's the best thing you can do, even for them. The twin flame telepathy will spike at this point with the surrender phase. You will actually feel and hear each other much more. You'll be more tuned in. Because remember, you never really leave each other. Your bond is unbreakable. It's been there since the creation of your soul, and it will be there till the end of your days, lifetime after lifetime. So keep in mind that the twin flame journey is a spiritual journey. It's not a physical or romantic one. So to reach union with your twin, the path to follow is to put all the focus within yourself. Okay, having clarified that and maybe having given you some hope, and we can hear the plane take off, which is an excellent sign if you heard it. Let's take a look now at wow, the cards are popping, good. At the cards coming out for both twins. We'll get all the cards out. Okay. Well, I think we've gotten a lot more than what I expected. I think there's a lot to say here. Okay. Yeah, and I heard stop. Okay. And then we'll get the masculines as well. They've already been pre-shuffled, as always, as you know, if you've been following. For the Divine Masculine Spirit, what cards do we have to tell us where they are on their journey? Okay, just a second. We've got... Okay. Now, they're coming out a little bit different now. Something has definitely happened, especially with the feminine, because we've never had that many cards. Oh, they're really coming out a lot. Oh, this is good. It's going to be a good read. If you wanted information, this is it. Okay, one more shuffle, and... No, okay, that definitely was too much? Too little? Yes. Okay, I heard yes. Okay, this is going to be a good one. Let's take a look. Okay, let's start with the feminine because there's a lot here and I'm really curious. Okay, we have got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. We're starting with being very guarded. Okay, something happened here. The Divine Feminine is guarded, and usually if you're guarded for something, you are afraid. Okay? Because this would be a beautiful card in the upright, right? Achievements and the independence, that security that you need for union. Instead, we're getting her being very guarded. Okay, something has unstabilized her as well, I'm feeling. Yeah, okay, she's been unstabilized. Okay, now obviously you're going to resonate with this, or you may not, or different phases. Remember that the timelines are very difficult to pinpoint, so you may be seeing this as a bit of the past, the present, or even the future. So if you don't resonate with anything, you might be seeing it as the future. Okay, then we have the Four of Pentacles as well. Okay, again, a second card of insecurity. These are both insecurity cards. Something definitely happened, okay? She's holding on tightly to what she has, and this is not a sign of reaching your state of independence, of authenticity, because a twin flame has to become authentic. So something has definitely unstabilized the feminine, so you might know, or you might be feeling it coming on. And the moon is in the reverse. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The moon is in the reverse, and it talks to me about... Wow. Okay. I'm picking up both fear and deception, but at the same time, it's also misunderstanding. It could be also misunderstanding. There's something that is not clear. Okay. That's why there's the deception. It's the element of deception and not clear. So we're leaving a small trace of, could be a misunderstanding, could be a misinterpretation, but there's fear mixed into it, and it's aligning with this, with the insecurity that's coming through. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Let's put this here. I hope you can still see them. No, you can rewind, of course. I won't be able to see them. Okay, and then, well, this is really strange, okay, because in fact I was putting this here. Now, we do have the Six of Wands coming up, and as you know, the Six of Wands is a beautiful card. It's success, it's victory. She was getting this. She was feeling this. And there's something here. I've got to go on, because this is really, the energy is not really stable, just like the beginning of it, even the way the cards came out. Okay, so she's got some sort of success. It's something... Oh, the Divine Feminine has reached a point. Thank you, Spirit. The Divine Feminine has reached a point. Through this instability, through what happened, she has reached an important point of victory. Okay, now I'm getting it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, then we have the Two of Swords. Because now she is having to make a very difficult choice. I'm getting curious. No wonder we have so many cards out. And, okay, yeah, so now we have another two. The Two of Clubs. But only this time, this one is in the reverse. Okay. And she's playing it safe. She's going to play it safe this time. Whatever it was that phased her, that unstabilized her, and there's things that still are not clear about it and are causing her fear, in some manner, this has pushed her. It's triggered her in some way to change. She's had some sort of victory, okay? And I'm feeling that this is with herself. So now, at this point, having to make a very difficult choice, but not taking a risk. She's going to play it really, really safe. Of course, the Divine Feminine is very invested in this union, so that would only be logical. But let's see where this is going. Okay, the Empress is in the reverse. Yeah. Third card of insecurity. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 cards of insecurity. Whatever happened to you, Divine Feminine, this really phased you and knocked you off your horse. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly from the last reading, it was the Divine Feminine that was about to make a move, that was about to do something. Okay. Because it doesn't matter if it's the masculine energy or the feminine energy. The soul is one. And so in the 3D reality, we tend to see each other as male or female energies, and society may dictate who makes the first move or whatever. But in reality, twin flames see beyond that. They don't see the masculine or the feminine. They just see themselves mirrored, and it doesn't really matter who says what when. Okay, that has got nothing to do with it. So connecting with the last reading where it was the feminine that was about to finally open up, it seems that that did not go well because we have 3 insecurity cards. This is the third one, and this is a major arcana. Okay. Which also talks about a lack of progress. So whatever she did, it didn't work. Okay, and then we're gonna go check out the Divine Masculine and see what's going on here. Whatever she did, it did not work, but she has something. This is really nice. However, I like this. This card here is really important. Despite what you went through, this one is really important because you have hit a milestone, Divine Feminine, if you're listening in. Yeah, see? Justice. You have justice on your side. This is a great one. This is a major arcana. Personally, I love this card when this comes in because it puts things in their proper place. It talks about the karmic consequences where people have to take accountability, the cause and effect. Whatever the Divine Feminine did, it was not wrong. Okay, so if you're thinking I should have not, I should have this, no. What you did was correct. Okay, you were authentic. You were yourself, and you spoke your truth, and that is the conquest that you've reached. Okay, whatever it was, you opened up, you said, you did, whatever. That is the most important thing because the divine twin flame journey is about becoming your true authentic self. If you can't open up and say or do what you really want to say or do, then what are you doing? Right? That's the purpose of this whole journey. And that was just, okay, that was the truth that came out. And this card is on your side saying that you did the exact correct thing. Good for you, Divine Feminine. Okay, last 3 cards. Wow. Okay, all in the reverse. Yeah. Okay, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse, telling me that there was some sort of, okay, I'm feeling some sort of impatience here. Maybe. It was just a little bit of impatience. You might have had it. Maybe you should have waited a little bit longer. I'm not really picking it up. There's a touch of it, really. I'm picking up also something about not being reliable. You're picking up that the other person, your twin, was not reliable. Okay, let's go see what that's about. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Good God, this is the 4th card of insecurity. The 4th one. Divine Feminine. Okay, I'm so sorry about this. The 4th card of insecurity. It really knocked you off your feet. Okay, and it really set you back a lot. The 4th card of insecurity. Okay, yeah, because you were thinking and you were seeing the Divine Masculine as being much more reliable. And when that happened, when whatever clash happened, because you were not welcomed the way you thought you were going to be welcomed, again, card number 4 of insecurity and sensitivity. Yeah, you were hit a little bit too hard. And another plane goes by to confirm what I'm saying. Overly sensitive, because in fact you had your guard down and your heart open. And that's how you get the arrow slung right through the heart, okay? You were at a fragile moment at that point, and you were hit a little too strongly. You were not expecting this. Hierophant in the reverse, okay? The last card is telling me that you are going to rebel. You're not going to take this sitting down. And that's why we have these three important cards here, okay? The Seven of Wands. I meant to say, I was talking about the Six, because here you're going to stand up for yourself. Okay, this is the victory that you have. You're going to stand up for yourself, and which you did, and you're going to do again. And the Justice and the Hierophant in the reverse is also a positive card, because it's telling me that you're going to let go of everything that is not you, and you're going to rebel against all doctrines, everything that is typical. And that's it. That's the key to the twin flame journey. Okay, Divine Feminine, that is exactly what you should be doing. So all of this, the 4 insecurity cards that knocked you off your feet, good. They had to happen. Say thank you to the universe that it did happen, because it's going to make you get up, defend yourself against everyone else, call in the justice that you deserve, okay, because you're going to be calling it in, okay, by rebelling. And this is what we need. We need you to be your true, authentic self. That is how you get one step closer to the union. Excellent. I know there's 4 insecurity cards here. I know you're hurt and I know you're suffering, but trust me, you're on the right path. You are definitely on the right path. Okay. Let's go take a look now at what the Divine Masculine is doing out there. Okay. First of all, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, but it's in the reverse. Okay, the Divine Masculine is, wow, okay, I'm gonna have to look at all the others as well, because the Three of Swords is recovering from something. Okay, and seeing what happened with the Divine Feminine, the hurt that she's going through, and this was most likely something that she did towards the Divine Masculine to approach him, to do something, to go into union, because sooner or later that happens. The divines always meet. Their paths always cross. They're in connection with each other. They're in contact with each other, whether in the 3D or in the 5D. So what I'm getting here is the healing from it, okay? They have repressed their emotions. This is a card of emotional repression as well, okay? They would like to reconciliate. They understand that they did something wrong, okay? They really do. They saw it. They didn't understand it at the time, but they've come to understand it. And if you give them time, they'll understand it even more, okay? The Three of Swords in the reverse tells me, yeah, they were repressing their emotions. They weren't looking at their emotions as they should have, okay? They understood it later. What actually happened and what went down, okay? We have the Ten of Wands here, okay? This is the burden that they're carrying. They're feeling this. They're feeling this a lot, okay? And it's causing them also some stress, what they did. They'd like forgiveness, but you got to come forward for it, right? You can't just sit there. But it's weighing down a lot on them. Okay, so if you think it didn't, it did. Be careful. It did weigh a lot on them. They too have the Hierophant in the reverse. Take a look at that. Okay, the same card in the same position. Okay, so they too, fortunately, are going to be rebelling against the conformism of society, etc. This shook them up as well. And they're going to stop behaving like everybody else always behaves and being in that box, right? They're going to start coming out of their box and they're going to start being themselves. And this is great because this too will lead to union, right? You have to become your authentic self, both the feminine and the masculine. And the Hangman, which is another major arcana, okay? They are, nope, sorry, this is in the reverse. Here, wow. Okay. They're kind of scared. They're really kind of scared. They're just like, they're stalling. Okay, they're there. They kind of want to see it. They don't want to see. It's difficult for them to let go of society, to be different, to rebel. There's something. Wow. Okay. There's some sort of stagnation behind them, and they're kind of stuck. They want to. They want to break free. They want to be free, but it's difficult for them to do it. Yeah, they're just blocked. Let's keep going. I want to go see what this is all about. Okay. The Nine of Wands. Okay. We've got the Nine of Wands coming out, which is their perseverance. Okay. They can't take it anymore. And we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay. They don't know what to do. They just don't know how to handle it, basically. And they're close to the end. They're persevering. They're feeling really strong, and they're close to the end, but they actually do not know where to turn and what to do. This is it. They're baffled. Okay? After what happened, they weren't expecting it. And after what happened, they're baffled. And the King of Swords is also in the reverse. Okay. Yeah, they're becoming irrational. It's just like it's weighing down on them way too much. Okay, this is getting a little bit hectic. They did not see this coming, and they could have rationalized if they saw it coming, but they didn't see it coming. And it seems like they had something in their mind planned, and it didn't work out the way they thought it would have worked out. Okay? So basically, they don't know how to turn and what to do at this point. Okay? And what I'm also picking up is their honesty was not there completely. Okay? What you saw here, what we're talking about, there was some sort of truth that still has to come out. They were not honest, and I think the Divine Feminine picked up on this. Okay, and they didn't think that the Divine Feminine would have, but that's impossible, because you guys are one soul. Everything that happens in one soul is identified and known by the other half, wherever you are. The truth is never hidden. It's always there in plain sight. So your twin will always see the truth, whether you think they don't or not. They see everything all the time. It's one soul. You can't hide from yourself. Okay, let's see the remaining part here where there's a lot. Okay, let's see. Okay, Divine Masculine, you're in for a rebirth. Okay, whatever happens, set you back and it's not over. You're in for an extreme change because you have the the Death card come in. And this means that whatever is going to happen now, you're going to have a great big transformation. You're going to be releasing a lot of things. Okay, and you have to. You've got the Hierophant in reverse in conventionality as the Divine Feminine. This whole episode happened purposely. Okay, this was divine intervention, because certain things have to trigger you. You are triggered. It's part of the journey. If you're not triggered, you don't transform. You don't grow. You don't change. You don't elevate. You don't become your true, authentic self. You remain a pawn, just like everyone else. You remain the same as everyone else, saying the same things and doing the same things. And that's not authenticity at all. Okay, after the transformation card, we have finally the King of Cups that comes out. Yes, very wise, diplomatic. See, this is you. This is the heart and the head being balanced. This is authenticity. This is you coming out. And look at that. And when you do come out, here comes your star. Your wish comes true. Union with your feminine, it comes true. But you have to become your true, authentic self. And you have to transform. You have to let go and rebel against everything that was conform in society. And once that happens, take a look at your Divine Feminine. Abundance. Okay, this is absolutely beautiful, guys. Really beautiful. Okay, a lot of abundance, generosity, good fortune, beauty. Everything is here for you. And then the last one, the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. You can say goodbye to everything that you knew was of value, because what you're going to find of value is this, your dream come true, the star coming in. Okay. And the union. Wow, this is actually quite beautiful, and I'm really, really happy for you, because this is great. It's a really strong, it's really strong. Whatever happened, you might have encountered a touch and go. That is, you could have been coming together, and then now all of a sudden it exploded and you have taken separate ways. Okay, if so, completely normal. This does happen. Okay, separation does occur more than once during the journey, and every time it'll happen to trigger you to become better. However, these cards had never come up before, and the fact that the dream come true is coming in, and the loss, the past of all material possessions and greed and what you put it, the importance that you put into it, that's all gone, because you're going to be changing. This is a great transformation. Okay, the Divine Feminine had already gone through it. The Divine Masculine is or will be going through it, depending on the timelines. So, okay, this was quite abundant. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Great number for the feminine. She has the number 11. Here we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, the Divine Masculine has a little bit of work to do, an extra one. But in any case, we're getting 11 and 12. We're very, very close to 11 and 11. I really hope to do the next reading with exactly 11 cards coming out of the decks. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for being with me. I'll invite you back next month, always on the 11th, for the next episode, the next step of the flame journey, and we'll see where you are, hoping that you have come into union, or hoping that whatever has happened here is bringing you closer to being your true authentic self so that you can come into union. Thank you so much for being with me, everyone. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and for subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one. Love and light. Thank you for being with me. From Angel. Bye-bye.